Today's video I share with you how one simple exercise provides your entire body with results. This one simple exercise helps balance this muscle, and balancing this muscle helps you improve neck humps, upper lower back issues, belly pooches, along with a multitude of other benefits. Today we're focusing narrowly on the biomechanical benefits, setting us up to advance our ab work next week. Take a look at this beauty. Have you seen it before? Like the diaphragm that I shared with you in Train This One Muscle, it's a hidden gem that many of us don't even know about. I'm going to do a future video on this amazing muscle and how it contributes to your entire body, positively impacting both your body's biomechanics as well as physiology. Yeah, your physiology, as in your HPA axis, relaxation loop, vagal tone, cortisol optimization, your biomechanics, as in spine stability, diaphragm and pelvic floor, and so much more. I've chosen to include it early on in your 90 days of 5 simple exercises for all it can offer you. I'm going to condense down to the bare minimum what we want to know for today so that we can get you started. This will end up being exercise number 2 in the 5 simple exercises in this week's routine. We will be layering in this one simple exercise, continuing to do the release work that last week's number 2 exercise did, but this time placing you in a position that helps you at the same time work on relaxation, this very important muscle. Our goal, bringing it into a more balanced state prior to layering on a more advanced ab routine next week. And the reason is, the more balanced state your psoas muscle means you'll be leveraging the way your body works, getting exponentially more from training your body's 3 biggest influencing muscle groups. There is one common hurdle to this exercise though I'd like to cover, and that is when it comes to incorporating it consistently. Its simplicity and ease poses the biggest hurdle for people. Everything I share with you on Simplify Self-Care with Mo is simple. Maybe not easy, but everything is simple. The danger with the combo of simple and easy happens to end up being the most difficult to do consistently. It sounds counterintuitive since the most people say they cannot exercise due to a lack of time. But the reality is, the simpler the focused action, the more likely a client finds it to be difficult to do consistently. And the one and only reason for the difficulty is because of the misconception that what's simple and easy can be done tomorrow or the next day without losing out on results. The consistency, though, is what will reap the results. And this is true regardless of whether you are starting simple self-care focused actions as a couch potato or as a high-end athlete. If you remind yourself that this one simple exercise will reset your neck and shoulder muscles, it will help your posture muscles realign. The muscles that connect your legs to your body will reset and be more equal. It'll continue to train your spine's #1 stabilizer, your diaphragm, your pelvic floor, your lower back muscles. Your vagal tone will continue to strengthen, and a whole slew of additional benefits that we will highlight in the future. If you do that, you may be able to override the urge to skip it. So I'm sowing the seed in your mind that when you catch yourself with the thought of, I'll do that tomorrow, you can hear me say, oh, but it'll bring you tremendous benefit and it deserves your focused action today. Let's look at the muscle we're talking about, then we'll do the exercise together. On the end screen, this week's daily exercise video is already linked and ready for you to easily access. The psoas muscle is the only muscle to cross both the lower spine and hip joint. It's the deepest muscle in your core, and it attaches from up here to down here, all the way through your body and attaching to your upper leg. Your psoas muscle is the only muscle that connects your spine to your legs. It pulls your upper leg and spine closer together for actions like running, moving, bending, hugging your knees to your chest, walking uphill, climbing stairs, balancing, proper joint rotation, and full range of motion. As your psoas muscle lengthens and releases, it will also signal your nervous system that all is okay at the moment. It can downshift into that relaxation mode, supporting your HPA axis and all the positive things that come with that, including better biomechanical positioning. Bringing that concept down to the bare minimum, relaxing an over-tight psoas can help your knee and low back pain. And this is because when your upper leg bone is held a bit higher up in your hip due to your psoas muscle being tight, the easy fluid rotation in the joint that we want is challenged. The reduced fluid rotation can in turn promote low back and knee pressure. Relaxing an overly tight psoas can promote the pelvis to rotate forward, and then again the optimal biomechanics will be compromised. The amazing body adapts to that, and over time it leads to what is coined as functional leg length discrepancy. There's also spine compression promoted by an unequal pressure from an over tight psoas. Because of the nerve bundles that interconnect with it, you can have aches and pains anywhere in the region, including the front of your hip, your sacroiliac region. It can even promote constipation. We're going to stop here. If you're highly interested in all the things it can do, I used to recommend a book to practitioners. The woman's name was Liz. I'll try and find it, and if it's still around, I'll link it below. So I've given you a lot of different reasons that we want to relax the psoas muscle. I can't wait to share more with you, like how it interacts with the diaphragm in your body's fight, flight, and freeze response. But right now, this week, to incorporate it, what you need to know is how to get yourself in a position that will lengthen and relax this psoas muscle. Let's do that. I had an animation made for you. We're going to start on your back. Your feet are slightly wider than your hip. You're going to allow your knees to meet in the middle. They'll gently support each other. Your head is relaxed, parallel to the floor. If you need a small towel or pillow for comfort so it stays parallel, just be sure you're not lifting your head up. It may be different than your 90-degree leg lowering pillow because we are not trying to move your back flat. We are just trying to have your head comfortably parallel to the floor. The entire time we are in this position doing our 4-7-8, we remain in a relaxed state. This is different than how we use the 4-7-8 during our ab work. So let's run through that quickly again. You're on your back, you're relaxed, feet are flat, they are a little bit wider than hip width apart. We want your knees to meet in the center. Your head might be slightly supported by a pillow, but only so much so that it stays parallel to the floor. We're going to use the 4-7-8 breathing in a very relaxed way. For detailed 4-7-8 breathing instructions, you can visit Calm Mind, Relax Body. As you exhale on the 8 count, it is a gentle exhale. This way, you can melt deeper into the relaxed state with each repetition. And that is it. So ridiculously simple, so beneficial. Your results will come from consistently relaxing in this position. So before this week's video pops up, I want to take a nanosecond to thank each and every one of you who are leaving positive comments on Facebook. A few comments here on YouTube. The likes, the shares, they are all helping others who are looking for simple self-care find us. I very much appreciate you taking the moment to support this channel in a way that helps YouTube share it with others. It's what keeps me motivated to continue to create the next and the next video. Facebook shares remain the absolute top contributing factor, so I want to thank you very, very much for those of you watching and sharing on Facebook. Now here's this week's exercise routine with today's exercise layered in that I created for you. If you're new here, hope you join us for the 90 days of 5 simple exercises. I'd like to let you know that this 90 days is part of a bigger series called 52 Weeks of Simple Self-Care with Mo. And if that may be of interest to you, simpleselfcare.com is where you can subscribe. I've organized it so that anyone at any time can have every video of the series dripped in the order intended, sent weekly to your inbox. I'll place a link below. I am really glad you're here. I hope you stick around and subscribe. I very much look forward to meeting back here with all of you next Sunday.